Hello, freak bitches.
Because I've hung out with you a lot since. It's been 3 years.
We've hung out a lot,
here.
though. That's what was weird. We're trying to figure it out. We're like, why does it not feel like 3 years?
Let me explain 3 years now. Since I couldn't come in for a while. And I explained this to you on the phone and when we hung out a couple of times. My mother was passing from Alzheimer's. And then when she did pass, it's like I was emotionally incapable. If I would have, I couldn't even have said those words. I would have been a blubbering idiot on your show.
I'm sure.
And you know, whatever. Some people might have been like, "Hey, that would have been great radio." You know,
fuck that.
You know, you were the one that said, "Hey, get your shit together, dude." You know what I mean? Because I wanted to come in and be able to talk
I don't
about
think
it.
I said it like that. That would be like, "Joe, get your shit together." So your mom's dead.
No.
Whatever, bro.
It's us talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how I said it.
I know what you mean, but it would be more like,
you know, because
it was.
It was the last 4 years probably. Started probably right before I stopped. The last time I came on the show, there was like a big lawsuit over Jump Around that I actually wound up winning, but like it froze money that I depend on.
Right.
Like mailbox money, we call that. You know what I mean? That's those checks that just kind of come in. And, you know, Jump Around's been really good to me.
Dude, Jump Around is one of my favorite hip hop songs.
It's 25th anniversary this year, the whole first album. So, but point being, so
I
that
got a little weirded
up.
out when I first started hanging out with you because I was such a fan of that song. I was like, I can't believe I know this dude.
I remember you were weirded out when I lit a joint in the club in Vegas. And you were like, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean, what am I doing? I'm lighting a joint.
No, let me explain how it went down. Everlast goes, he goes, you want to get high? I go, fuck yeah. And I go, where you want to go? He goes, go. he goes, yo, we ain't going nowhere. He just lights the joint up. But he looks at me like sideways, like, go. Sparks it right in the club. And I was like, oh, this is hilarious. Yeah, that was that night. Wasn't that same night that you performed on stage and there was a bunch of musicians that had never worked together on stage? Dave Navarro was there.
No, that was, they had Camp Freddy. They had like a band where they just did a bunch of covers and I remember being fucked up and they were calling, weren't they calling me a bunch of times though? But they were like, Everlast was in the house, right? Like 3 or 4 times before I wound up.
Did What It's Like?
Did What It's Like.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
dude, that was a fucking
high and drunk as
night.
Fuck.
That's us. Oh, we're barbecued.
There we go.
Oh my God, I can't see my eyes.
That's exactly the spot we were smoking the joint in too, right?
That's exactly where it was, man. I just never remember you looking at me sideways and going, go.
Go. Where the fuck up? Go. What? I'm gonna hide in the bathroom and smoke a joint? Man, get the fuck out of here. I tip way too good for that bullshit.
That's hilarious.
Especially in Vegas. Like, if any place in the world you're gonna be an outlandish tipper, be it there because you'll get away with murder. Almost literally.
And that
the valets will say like, all right, yo, the cops are on their way. You better get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm sure they want to keep them checks coming. Cops are coming whether you like it or not. Imagine being a cop in Vegas. Jesus Christ.
Regardless,
how many people they have down there robbing casinos and shit, and crazy movie style heists,
meth heads
with masks on and machine guns and shit, taking over casinos.
But I was talking about I was like, so my money got froze, so I was having to bust my ass crazy hard, like on the road trying to make up the difference for a while, and then my mother started going way downhill kind of fast over 2 years. You know, it's like dealing with that. That is, anybody going through that is you know, gets, I mean, there's a lot of things that go on in my life that get my heart sent out to those people, but watching somebody you love just disappear, it was tough, man.
Yeah, that perspective, right? It changes your perspective. You realize that this is how it ends.
I had a lot of guilt involved because with a kid with CF, I couldn't have my mom in home with a nurse and any infections that she could, you know, she was getting lung infections all the time. So I had her in a home, a really beautiful home. They took magnificent care of my mother, but there was a lot of guilt. I was stricken for a while, like with a lot of darkness that I was swimming through, and like it just wasn't good for me to come through. And then, you know, and then after she passed, and like Layla's just been like learning, you know, I'm only just me and my wife now. She's 7 years old, and I think, I'm not saying we got anything licked or cut, but like the life we have to live, we've been able to figure out
with her cystic fibrosis.
Yes, with the cystic fibrosis. Oh, because it's all, I mean, it's heavy. There's a lot of shit you got to worry about. Infections and any common cold can send her to the hospital. It's like so much pressure on a person to do that. It's my wife and I, like, you know, I won't fucking make it funny. We've been very close to the brink a few times, but we've finally gotten to a stage where it's like, nah, none of that's going to break us. You know what I mean? We're good, and we're good, and we're good in this life, and we accept where we are, and we're going to make sure this young lady is going to make it.
That's beautiful.
As deep and as far into this life as she can, you know. And
there's been some medical innovations too, right? Haven't there?
They're working on some stuff, man. There's a couple drugs that aren't quite for her yet, because this drug has on the DNA level of the chain. There's mutations. Layla has 2 different mutations. One's called the Delta F 508, I believe it is. You got me high and a little drunk here, but like,
sorry.
No. People know. People who know. It's easy to find out. She has the most common. That's the most common one, like the Delta 508, and then she has this other weird kind of offshoot one. There's one. Some people have a what they call a double Delta. There's a drug right now that's really working well for the people with the double Delta. They're starting to experiment it on it for people with the single.
Now, does she have to be on a special diet, like a?
The only diet we just need her. She needs to. They have a problem gaining weight. Cystic fibrosis. They don't process fats properly. They have to take enzymes with everything they eat. So gaining weight's a real serious issue. Layla actually has a G tube, a feeding tube that she gets 6 protein shakes a day pumped into her stomach.
Oh wow.
My daughter very rarely is down about this. She'll have her moments, don't get me wrong, where it's like frustration and anger over her, but this is life. She's never known anything else. So it's like, at the same time, like, we post a lot about it. We made that decision. Layla has her own page. People are free to try and follow it if my wife will approve you, if you can get by the security clearance. Her thing is Layla, Laila, Beauty 09. She wanted her own page because I've never posted anything without asking her.
Right.
Even when she was like barely able to understand, I tried to be like, can I post this picture? A lot of people will see it. And she would say, okay, Daddy. And now she's sharp. And about a year or so ago, she was like, I want my own Instagram page. I want to share my life, like cystic fibrosis, with people. And so she's doing that. And this is May, actually, is Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month. So we've been posting, and she happened to be in the hospital the last 10 days. She's home right now, recovering. I
sent you an article on cystic fibrosis treatment. What was that?
It was a while ago. I don't know, but my wife and I did it involve CBDs?
I don't remember.
Because a few people have sent me things, and we're investigating some stuff on that level right now, because there are a lot of good things going along with this, because it's one of the best anti-inflammatories there are, with no side effects and all kinds of stuff. We're not using it on my daughter yet, but we're investigating like what kind of uses there are. I forget. I might have to go back through my emails or whatnot and see what you said. I remember you did send me something.
I don't remember if it was CBDs or stem cells or some shit. But I just
all
saw
levels right now.
fibrosis.
There are a lot of levels they're working on the stem cell level. There's a lot of things going on where it's like, if they can correct things on a cellular level at some point, it's going to be.
Yeah.
There's never going to be a cure. It's a genetic disease. So you can't say cure in that sense. You know what I mean? Like, the way it works is the two people that father the child have to each have the gene. All right. So me and my wife are known as what are known as carriers, which we never knew, because we've searched our whole history after we found out nobody in my family's ever had this. Nobody in her family's ever had this. But we're known as what's carriers. So when we got together and we had a child, there's a 1 in 4 chance that child's going to have cystic fibrosis. There's a 2 in 4 chance they're going to be a carrier.
Oh, wow.
There's a 1 in 4 chance they have nothing at all, which is our other daughter, Sadie. So we kind of represent the whole spectrum, like our family, Layla, her mom, me, and Sadie. Which is another reason, like, I'm not having 6 kids, because I love being a dad. But it's like 2 cystic fibrosis children in the same household is even, and a lot of people do it. It's hard because they pass infections, and I can't even imagine how the people with multiple 2 or 3 kids with cystic fibrosis pull it off. Hats off, because I know what it's like with just one.
That's gotta be not just it must be changing you as a person. Like, think about like how much more compassionate this has made you, and how much more appreciative of health.
I've had to also accept and learn how to deal with a lot of anger.
Yeah,
a lot of anger. Like, I consider myself a pretty spiritual person. Like I said, I've explored a lot of religions. I find religions confining. You know what I mean? I believe in a greater power, a greater higher, whatever, something bigger than us. I kind of believe in that. You know, whether you want to call it God or just our connected collective energy. You know what I mean? Whatever it might be. Somewhere in between there lies something greater than us. I felt for another reason the last 3 years is what's the captain's name in Forrest Gump? Captain Ed Captain. Well, what was the captain's name? Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan. For the last couple years, I'm Lieutenant Dan on the top of that fucking sailboat. Like, fuck you. This is what you're gonna do to this little kid. You know what I mean? Watching my child suffer. You know what I mean? And there's huge injustices in the world. And let me tell you another thing. Having to take my daughter to children's hospitals all the time, I see people that have it worse.
Do you know Penn Jillette? Do you know Penn from
I'm a huge fan. I don't know him personally, but I'm a huge fan.
He's a great dude. But one of the things he said to me that I'll never forget, he was talking about The Secret. Do you remember when The Secret was this big movie?
The
and
book
it was
and
about
the movie.
The law of attraction, and people were going to manifest their own destiny, and they were going to make it happen, and everything in your life you created in your mind. And he was like, fuck you. You're telling a young, sick kid that she made that herself? She made herself have leukemia. Mm-hmm. She made herself have cancer. You're telling me that? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
And when he said that, I was like, wow, I never thought about it that way. But he's totally right. That's exactly what it is. Like, you can't, that's ridiculous. You're dealing with a bunch of people that have become successful and told you why, because I saw it happening. What about the people that saw it happen and it didn't happen? Exactly. Like, this is bullshit.
Which are a far greater number, by the way.
Yeah, it's a part of life. It's not the whole key to manufacturing a life. It's an excellent, like, being a positive person, being healthy, having a good vision and focus. All those things are like contributing factors. But kids that are sick are the monkey wrench in any idea that we've created our own reality. You can't make a baby responsible for cancer. That's crazy.
You also can't make a god responsible for, like, God has a plan. You know what? Sometimes there's not a fucking plan. Sometimes there's a glitch in the goddamn matrix, and you just got to deal with it. You know, you got to handle it. And the more important thing for me, the second most important thing in my life, other than keeping Layla as healthy as possible, is making sure she knows that, you know, she can still achieve and all that she can. You know, she's at an age now where, like, she kind of, and I'm not trying to have her hate me in 10 years if she ever hears this, like, for giving up her business, but, like, she's in a stage right now where she's very resentful of. She expresses it well. She'll say, I hate this. I hate that I have this. I just want to be normal. I just want to have a normal life, and it fucking rips your heart out, man. But you can't. You have to say, hey. You are normal. This is your life. Your life is normal. It's like Carlin. I'm a big Carlin guy. You know, I know you're a studied student of it, but it's like he had his routine where it's like about being homemade or all natural. He's like, everything's fucking all natural. Right. You know what I mean? No matter what you do with it, it's all fucking natural. And that's kind of how I try to approach it with her. It's like, you are normal. This is your normal life. You know what I mean? You're not any better or worse, or, you know what I mean? You have to, there's fights people fight that you don't even see, Layla. You know what I mean? That you don't understand. Yours is obvious. Yours is right here in front of you to fight. Some people are going to fight demons they'll never meet. Yeah,
there's a phrase on that. What is it? Comparison is the enemy of happiness.
Thank you. I'm fucking going to use that, Joe.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That's
I know. I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to find out where it comes from.
Yeah, find out whose quote that was. Comparison is the enemy of happiness.
I really like that. That's a very useful
inspiration
sentence.
You should get inspiration from other people, but comparison is not really healthy. Who is it?
Says Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh,
there you go.
Perfect.
That's
so
even
somebody
more
paraphrased
eloquent.
it. Probably me. I probably fucked it up. But that's even better.
Yeah.
God damn, Theodore Roosevelt, you bad motherfucker.
He was a badass motherfucker, man.
Motherfucker, writing with a
charging
feather.
Up the hill in San Juan, all that shit, man. Right?
Comparison.
Talking about the first Roosevelt, Theodore. The other one was.
Well, this is the guy that made he set aside the national park system. He set aside, like, Theodore Roosevelt is the reason why we have the Grand Canyon.
Which our current guy is trying to fucking dismantle.
Not the Grand Canyon.
I know Cam can't be happy about that shit.
No, everybody's upset about it. It's well.
Shout out to Cam. What up, Cam?
He's in Alberta right now.
I know. I see him giving you a hard time, Cam, and he's so nice.
Oh, he's the nicest guy
He's
ever.
nice. People threaten him. He just, hey, look, this guy's threatening me. Would I threaten you? I wouldn't threaten you, and I could probably kill you.
Well,
but I wouldn't eat you. That's why I won't kill you.
It's a lot of people in other countries, man. A lot of people that get mad about his hunting pictures. They're from some other country. A lot of them are from South America. Like
Cam, you're
going to
be a god when the electricity all goes out. They're going to be coming to you, man. They're going to be coming to you.
He'll be happy as fuck.
And I need a recommendation on a beginner bow.
I can hook you up.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I forgot. Joe's a bowman now.
Dude, I'll get Hoyt to send you one. You really want to learn?
Yes.
That'd be the shit.
I do.
All right. Well, next time I'm hanging out with John Dudley, I'll have him come and coach you, and we'll make a little video.
Let me know. Maybe I can attend. Maybe I can jump in.
No, well, I want him to coach you and teach you how to shoot.
That's amazing.
That would be perfect. We'll do it. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, so that's 3 years, kind of a lot. If condensed Reader's Digest version is I emotionally was unprepared to be here and hang out and have fun. I would have been the like episode that everybody's like, oh, you got to hear this heart-wrenching fucking, oh my God.
Well, it's heart-wrenching now, man,
You know what I mean?
but I'm glad she's doing better.
No, but it's heart-wrenching, but I can stand here like a man and be like, look, I've been through it.
Right.
You know, you didn't want to see me, and you didn't want to see me cowering in the foxhole. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now the battle's over. It's like, yeah, I cowered in the foxhole for a little while, but then we got out and we won the battle. Or, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's where I wanted to be before I came.